Good morning, crusty crew. Oh, Taka's here. It's very crusty. Hello, Gritty Goose. Congrats on getting first, Taka. Algorithm says it's best to stream in the morning, a little earlier than this, but you know what? Oh, Turing. We're gonna go until about 12 or 1 my time. We'll see. I got other things I gotta do, so it'll be a bit shorter, but I wanted to see how we would do with a morning stream. Morning, early afternoon. Hopefully Turtle will wake up and be able to see some of this before they go to work. Turtle is the one that was suggesting me this game relentlessly. Oh, hold on. It didn't cut out. I just forgot to... I always forget I have to reset sound because it's to a specific application. There you go.
The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right?
This is a good
procedure, treating it as a break-in.
warning slash like late evening game play. It's kind of on the lower key. It's not too crazy.
Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story.
Thankfully, I don't have to read everything.
Report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case. Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all.
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has some influence. Enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds
Oh,
like
Turtle, look. You're here. Yeah, for two reasons. One, between Dusk yelling at me to follow the algorithm. It is better to try to stream in the morning, and I was up early because I had to feed my animals because my parents are out. So I was like, alright, let's stream in the morning and see what happens. And I figured I would stream this because you would probably be... You would be up. We got jump scared by the alarm. I was hoping you'd be up and be able to watch a little before you had to go to work.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen at this point. I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy.
I am a
I really
considerate
don't want you
being.
the one making that call to your sister. Please. Yeah, I know. Just here.
A gun. I got a gun.
Take this. Use it if you have to.
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount
Benevolent.
of current into the air.
A kudu patu
Think of it as a
is me,
wireless taser
the
of
fella.
other variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in the OSF without a license. The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it. Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath.
Always sounds vaguely familiar, but I doubt it's anyone I know.
Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Let me know if the volume's too low, because I'm always playing with the volume with these
Fine,
games.
Detective Rivers. You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around.
Wow, Turtle, thank you for the sub. Subscribe for... Wait, for 3 months in advance. Turtle, Jesus. Subscribe for 5 months, thank you. Pat the tiny ROM on the head. It bleeps cheerfully.
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here.
Got paid wee. Nice.
Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts.
Wow, Taka also 5 months. No, Turtle, why'd you do it to him?
Yeah, boss said you'd have a few for me. I'm not really supposed to answer anything too private, but take your best shot. Oh, mostly gopher work, to be honest.
That mean?
Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for a gig from someone who wouldn't care that I was an army brat. North Korea made that hard. The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands for him, and play substitute arm candy at most of the charity galas. Not terribly exciting, but I've already had enough excitement to last me another 30 years. You think sitting in that chair all day is very entertaining? You know, the old man's talked to me about the things he used to do in his glory days. I'm sure he told you about when he was the head of some big companies. He was cold, ambitious, and took down anyone with half a mind to get in his way. I think once he aged, he realized how lonely that kind of life can be. Helping people's the only way he can feel like he's still doing something. But hey, what do I know? I just spend all my time with him. Probably not as exciting as you hope. I grew up in Montana
Colonel,
on a farm.
calm down.
I didn't have my
Thank you for the 200 bits.
The military as soon as I could, like my grandpaps. Came home looking to do something a whole lot quieter for the rest of my life. I didn't know at the time how boring quiet could be. But hey, I'll take it over getting shot at.
Colonel, stop. Thank you for the 310 bits, but stop.
No problem. I'll be around if you know where to look. You have a good day now.
Taka, that doesn't mean you start. Thank you for the gifted sub to Kintron. Got a level 1 hype train, that's crazy. I'll pay you too.
You should talk to the receptionist and officially check out before we go anywhere.
No, I don't want to.
Patient? My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma.
Can't believe you.
You should currently be in your assigned bed resting. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately.
Why you gotta be so mean?
An accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. I must insist that you remain for treatment.
Go wash. Bye, Taka.
Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting neurological damage. Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and keep the price affordable. Further required to inform you that this visit has
Too
been
many
covered by the
words.
cost of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits. Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately, and do have a nice day.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes?
Let's go, Turing.
I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least. For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul.
Physically, mentally, and journalistically refreshed.
You look good.
Just don't get shot. Easy.
If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting. Oh, by the way, while you were showering, I was able to replant your Crassula ovata. Don't forget to talk to it and give it some love. When I try talking to it, it doesn't even notice I'm there.
Oh, that's so sad.
Anyway, our next move is Stardust.
Gotta talk to the plant now. Oh no, Jesus. I hate both these options, I'm just gonna say this. I'd rather be nice than mean.
More of that will surely be on the way to lush greenery in no time.
Actions will have consequences. Probably.
bit will help in the end.
Alright. Let's talk to my cats. I believe it.
Welcome to Stardust.
Who are you? Did I get your name?
Sorry, I don't think we've met before. I'm Gus. You have a really cool ROM. How's Stardust treating you? Yeah, I like a more intimate setting myself, but Majid makes sure the place has good energy. You'll have to let me or him know if you need any help. We try to run a tight ship around here. Hayden? Oh, you're who Majid mentioned before, huh? Oh no, sorry. I've met him since
That's
he was
his
regular, but
husband.
I've been out and about on business.
I mean, I kind of figured.
I wish I could help more. Okay, I'm gonna get back to this, but don't feel bad if
Hype
you need to
chest, what's
interrupt
this?
me for something.
I open the hype chest. Apparently we got this. We got this emote out of it.
Sure thing. Enjoy the bar.
I have your name.
Hey, good to see you back. What can I do for you? Enjoy yourself.
Come back and hang out with us anytime.
Hey y'all, how goes the search? Shit, I can't say I saw that one coming. I figured that they'd nab anything they needed the first time they hit the place. Huh, any ideas who it could have been?
The walls had been spray painted with many grotesque human revolution slogans. It is possible that Hayden was targeted by the organization for his work at Parallax. While my development may have been a secret, he is rather well known for his work on virtual intelligence data. A layman would not understand the critical differences between myself and a VI, nor do I think the average human revolution member would care to make the distinction. Equally likely, it is an effort to throw us off the trail of who's actually done this. Right. Dr. Fairlight was very kind to point us in the
Felt
direction
important to bring this up.
of the Revolution protest leader. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to the bottom of this after interviewing him.
Ah, wah, wah. Wah, wah.
Yannick Fairlad. When'd you run into him?
We were ambushed at the apartment and got hit with some kind of neural stunner.
What? Are y'all okay?
Yes, we made it to the nearby hospital, and Dr. Fairlight happened to be occupying the same room we were placed in. We had a discussion with him about Hayden's situation, then came here.
Well, shit. Things sure are getting more serious than I first thought. Y'all need to keep a sharp eye out. Being attacked means the bastards know you're looking now.
I'm confident in our ability to push on.
At least Turing's confident.
I can't say I know much about the man. Fairlight always was a bit of a shut-in, even back when he ran System 1, his old company. He didn't make any more public appearances after the merger between them and Parallax, but he was still working with them for 6 or so years past that. Nowadays, he shows up in the news once in a blue moon for some charity thing or another. But, well, it's all just rumor, but I've heard he holds a grudge about it hotter than the Clantons after the Earps. I'd take care to look this particular horse in the mouth real close if I was you. Good. Now to lighten the mood, While y'all were chasing your tails, I managed to find a way into the Parallax network. Once I'm in, I should be able to dig out Hayden's personal info file easily enough, including anything related to him on all security clearance levels. If Parallax has anything on Hayden's situation, it'll be in there.
Fantastic, Tomcat. I knew Hayden's faith in you was not misplaced. How long do you think it will take you?
Well, that's where the rubber meets the road. Parallax actually has considerably better net security than the last time I cracked in. I'm gonna need physical access. I've got a good idea where a node for us to slice into is, but it ain't exactly in a nice part of town. In fact, police have basically wrote it off as a lost cause. Not enough profit in it. I know Jess has some contacts in that area. She's that girl that chewed you a new rear when y'all first came here. Yeah, it's a tough sale, but she might be able to help y'all get in and out of that part of the city without ending up in a parts bin at an organ shop. Hey, we ain't got it that bad. I mean, at least our police force owns its own self. I hear down in San Jose, the richer neighborhoods have actually started hiring the gangs to protect their places. When even the rich folks can't get good police work, it's a sad state for everyone else.
Society.
And the less said about LA, the better. You might not be able to tell, considering her viper's tongue and penchant for hitting the clubs harder than she's got any right to, but Jess is actually an attorney. She specializes in defending people in violation of the Human Protection Act and does almost all of her work pro bono. That's earned her a whole gaggle of pals amongst the hybrid community around here, as you might imagine. Ain't no one gonna cross her in that part of town. Black market hybridization ain't exactly HPA compliant, if you catch my drift, and none of them ever know when they might need her to defend them in court. That's the spirit! I need a little time to get all my tools together to slice into Parallax's network, but y'all keep me updated. Maybe y'all get lucky and find that data cache too. But I ain't gonna count on it. Jess is still hanging around here at Stardust, but I saw her head over to the VIP room. It's hybrid night and she's a popular gal. Just please remember to play nicer. Her friends will thump you something fierce. I'll send Jess a message letting her know that y'all are looking for some assistance, and we'll see what happens. Sure thing, hon. I've got to head on out of here and get started on setting up the run. Just have turn, let me know when y'all are ready.
Oh, I see Jess over there behind some ropes. Let's go over and say hi to her.
Tomcat, my beloved. Tomcat's pretty chill. Wait, I wanted to talk to this dude. He had a profile.
Oh, hell no. Look, I'm really trying to have a good time today, and the Human Revolution crud muffins have made that very hard for me. And your interrogation this morning took a bad day to worse. I asked around about you, Journo, and I don't have anything to say to you. The last thing I need is you prodding at me and telling me you're
hello. 32 months. We going strong. Well, yes, it is an early stream. I've tried. The algorithm apparently says it's better to stream in the morning for small streamers, so I decided to see. I mean, technically it says earlier than this, but this is when I was able to. Thank you for the sub, mama. Okay.
Besides, the VIP section is only for hybrids and friends on Hybrid Night, and no way am I vouching for you.
I only know this game because of Turtle. Turtle would not stop begging me to play this game.
Hey, bouncer! We got a capital A asshole over here!
You heard her. Let's go.
Rude.
She didn't even give us a chance to explain ourselves. We have to get back in there and try to be reasonable. Surely she will see the importance of our task once we've explained everything. But that bouncer probably won't let us back in. Perhaps we should try befriending someone nearby and convince them to vouch for us? It's a statistical long shot, but the worst case scenario shouldn't leave an excessive amount of physical damage.
We got a couple people we can talk to. Aiden. Oh. Hi. It's been a day maybe after I heard. Bitter. You're not ready to play this room yet. Try to get a drink it to me first. Fruity. Up later. Not that you don't have speaking line.
Give me a few minutes, okay?
It's something bitter.
Hey, good to see you back. What can I do for you? Sorry, it's being rented out for a private party tonight. Hybrid night. I try not to judge, but I don't think this is your crowd. What are you having?
Don't know which one's would be bitter. Alright, we got something fruity.
Let me look up how to make that.
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Oh, I got this, sweetie.
Wait,
Poor Tarek.
Sometimes I think I'm just holding up the bar rather than running it.
No, I just memorized all the drinks. You're better with the customers. This one is...
Oh, this tastes like orange, 1 part orange flavor. Oh, I was just saying it's basically a, Oh, why am I blanking? Name of it.
Thanks, Honey Bear. Here you go.
More fruity.
Well, look who has good taste. I'm Sylvan.
Oh,
So
you
what
do
are
actually
you
have speaking
finding
lines.
yourself doing here? And no one just hangs out at Stardust. Well, thanks for the drink. The club is a little dead tonight, so it's nice to see a new face. You know anyone here? Tomcat? That flashy computer kid? They're always here with a group of other geeks. Not really my type. Too busy looking at their toys to see anyone around them. Cute outfits, though. You meeting them here? That's too bad. Well, thanks for the drink, but I think I'm gonna play the room a little more. Maybe we'll run into each other again.
I failed that conversation.
Hey,
What?
good to see you.
Why am I a fool?
What can I do for you?
I can't help it. I was uncomfortable.
What are you having?
Okay, I don't know which one would be bitter. Or head smack.
Remind me, what's in that?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Oh, I got this. this one is...
Hey!
Thank you, hon.
Ports airing.
Here you go.
How did you know what I was planning on ordering? Well, at least keep me company while I drink it. I'm Caitlin.
Caleb.
I'm usually a lot more sociable. Things have just been rough today. My brother's going through gene therapy. He still has to go in at least twice a week for health and maintenance. There are Human Revolution protesters outside the clinic, making it even harder for him. They're always outside, harassing anyone coming in. It's exhausting.
Doesn't this sound familiar?
No one else lives around here, so I'm kind of all he's got. But it's not a big deal. He'll be done with the main set of treatments in a few weeks, and we'll be free of them. I just feel bad for everyone else they're messing with. Aw, thanks a lot. I'm lucky to have him. So, there's plenty of people here. What made you want to talk with me?
I don't know what the correct response is here. This one's kind of jokey. And this one's, like, kind of caring.
Oh geez, this really is my favorite drink. I have to wake up early for class, but I'm at the club, so I guess I'm already too deep in. Graphic design with a focus on advertising. I even get to do some local stuff. Trying not to brag, but the Zone 3 ad on the bar is totally my doing. I have some really good client relationships locally, and there's so many interesting people too.
It's nice when there's a little bit of like extra stuff in the storytelling like that. Little things.
Hey, it's been really nice talking to you, but I kind of feel like dancing now. You want to come with me to the VIP area in the back? I have some friends who might be over there. We can hang out with them. They'll like you. Great, let's go.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're not gonna like me, but...
Didn't I say to beat it?
We're guests of Caitlin. She said we could join her.
All right. But it's on her if you can't stay out of trouble.
Can't tell what I'm looking at.
Hey! You have an incoming call, priority marked as urgent.
Well, hope you come by again.
Oh no.
Excellent. Sorry for making up the call. I'm still getting used to the whole subterfuge thing you humans do.
No.
However, we can take another run at having a conversation with Jess. We have a dragon to slay. Onward!
But Caitlin.
I'm ashamed to say I've gone on a few assy spike benders in my time.
Not the voice I was expecting.
And you're back. You know, as soon as I first saw you, I hoped you'd be dropped like a bad packet off the mesh net and I'd never have to see you ever again. So of course, I just got off the phone with Tomcat, practically begging me to help you out. You aren't so good at the long-term play thing, are you?
Don't be racist.
You mean you don't stick both feet in your mouth every time you talk to a hybrid? Surprising.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that first conversation went pretty poor. I'm sorry for that.
Let's just get one thing straight here. I'm only willing to talk to you because I owe Tomcat. I don't owe you shit. So if you want my help, you gotta do something for me. If you got a problem with that, tough. My neighborhood, my help, my rules.
I want to be sassy, but I feel like that Jess is not going to take that well. Get one thing straight here, bring stock in the room.
I need you to break up those human revolution protests. The ones at the Genus Clinic on Market Street.
That's a big ask, I feel like. Or no way. Good morning. Great to stay up. It took me a second. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Either way, just get it done. I got clients in the middle of treatment cycles, and this media circus is making their lives difficult. That means it's making my life difficult. Let the bastards go march somewhere else, like Washington. Not here.
Why is there so many, like, prick options? Am I such an asshole?
I'm just great. I'm peachy. My clients get harassed and beaten on the daily. I don't have the time or money to help them all, and I have jackasses like you bothering me on my one day off. So, you gonna braid my fur, and we can talk about all our problems and boys we like? Whoop-de-freaking-do, you figured it out. Well, fine. Have it your way. You want to know what my deal is? You really want me to get sappy?
Oh boy.
Skin cancer.
Oh. Not the answer at all that I was expecting.
Stage 3. My prognosis was so advanced that the doc said my bones were already lost.
Goddamn. Jesus Christ.
So I had to do something drastic. Completely restart my biology from scratch. You ever seen someone with a severe gene splice? From something freaky, like an insect? That's where hybrid tech began, you know. Where my therapy started. You can't imagine what it's like to have children cry from just looking at you. When people just see you and sprint the other direction. I had police following me everywhere I went. I lost my apartment. I lost my dignity. Eventually, I was lucky enough to qualify for the cute kitty cat cure to override the expression of the chitin. It changed my life. I have my job and purpose because of it. The fur doesn't scare the rest of the world too much to let me exist. Better an otaku's fluffy wet dream than the monster from a horror VR drama from Japan. My mom still can't look at me straight. Not to get even mushier, but as a kid, she would sing me a song as she counted all the freckles on my face. She hasn't let that go. You know how your folks look at you when they figure out you finally had sex or did crash? It's like that. All the time. Oh, now you're sorry. You haven't even heard the worst part yet. The amount of gene therapy I underwent exceeded the limit that the Human Protection Act allows for procreation. So yeah, the government freaking spayed me.
Oh.
It all wasn't hilariously dark enough. First I'm too ugly to look at. Now I'm too screwed up to breathe. Saving my own life forfeited my right to be a person. The Human Protection Act. Ha! Apparently protecting humans doesn't include me. Only genotypicals could live in this city and truly think they're the ones who need some protection the most. In any case, I had some clean eggs frozen and we'll whip them out whenever I'm ready. Except keeping that shit on ice costs. And my insurance decided to just not pay up due to the elective nature of my feline gene therapy. So I took those bastards to court and won. And I've been doing the same thing for everybody else ever since.
Jess is like 12 different modern issues in one.
So, there you go.
Jesus.
I got cancer, super science fixed me up and left me a freak, and then the government sterilized me so I wouldn't go out and make more little monsters.
Not hard to read into this, honestly.
And everyone Jess gets to be the winner by default.
Oh no, Jess.
How's your savior complex doing? This is getting you off?
Wow, you could still be a real dick.
Yeah, I am. Now show me that you're on the right side. I'll be watching. Break up those protests, and then we'll talk.
I feel like we do this, and then we pretty much talk, like, befriend us.
Alright, it sounds like we know what we need to do next. Let's go to
I mean, I kind of figured, usually in this, you know, be a nice person, be a bad person, that's usually the dialogue option. Or, like, how you get the good, bad endings in these.
Well, there are the protesters. I have to admit that I still find the vandalism of Hayden's apartment puzzling. The protests themselves have been entirely peaceful so far, and the human revolution, regardless of the flimsy philosophical ground they stand on, are not a group known for projecting their ideology through unlawful means. The more I research them, the more I have to admit to the
I don't know who you're talking about yet, so... As far as I know, you're talking about Turing.
Less likely a radical splinter group. Still, I doubt it will hurt to ask around.
See,
Mulberry is there in the center.
Turing breaks it down pretty simply. Just because there's a group and there's someone that commits vandalism that says they're part of that group does not mean they are part of the main group.
Fairlight said he was the one to talk to, and
Some reason people can't differentiate that shit. Yeah, in a way, I figured he's in the middle.
He's a bit player on the national scene, but he seems charismatic and camera conscious from the video clips I've reviewed. Perhaps we could use that to our advantage?
Ugh. I gotta talk to him.
Hello there! Would you like to hear about the dangers of our country's unchecked use of genetic modification?
Your voice sounds very familiar to me.
I have pamphlets. Here, take one. The press hasn't been so kind to us lately. They try to feign neutrality, but just look at the way we get covered. It's disgraceful. But no matter. I'll show good faith that you are after what all of us here are after. The truth. We in the human revolution just want people to really think about the technology and bodily enhancements they use every day and decide if they're actually better off. What questions can I answer for you?
I'm only being nice about this because Jess said she wanted to do this, like, discreet as best we could. So, I'm trying.
We hope to educate the public about the dangers of rapid technological advancements. We want to warn the country away from thoughtlessly accepting every scientific discovery we make before it's too late.
I don't know if that's a good argument.
We used to say that splitting the atom would surely bring about the end of humankind. But now we're changing the very things that make us human, our biology, with nothing to ensure our safety.
I'm sure we can't read into this at all.
The revolution after is humanity as a whole making the decision to remain as we were created and return to on the wrong course.
I wonder if we can read into this at all.
This world is Icarus, flying too close to the sun. It's only a matter of time before our arrogance becomes our demise. Just because we can, doesn't mean we should.
Some ways, correct. In this instance, no.
Genetic modification is one of the most dangerous sciences we've ever fooled around with.
Verb.
It's playing god on the highest order and
Hello.
threatens to unseat what humanity
I am streaming
is
at
altogether.
normal English hours.
Cybernetics is a dangerous path as well.
Bird up. Bam, bam, bam. Wait, I think we have a voice redeem for that. I think we have a sound redeem for that.
Resilience, but at least a brain-controlled android is still a human brain, even if in a metal box. There is a reason Congress enacted laws prohibiting highly modified hybrids from breeding. Now, I do not fault the individuals who come here for treatment, many of whom are disabled and deathly ill.
Okay, hold on. Now we're getting into the.
If you ask me,
it goes good.
Venus isn't the kind of therapy they all need. However, we must take a stand against the medical research industry that would have us cast aside our humanity for their miracles.
Yeah, so this dude acknowledges that there are people that need this, but not all of them need it, so we shouldn't make this available. Is it? Alright, I'll have to fix that. How do I fix... One second, let me see if I can fix it. Here, try it now. Listen. I get what he's trying to say, you know? But, like, no. Wrong. Okay, it worked. So I gotta remember to hit refresh every day for that. Ugh, so many things that need to be refreshed. Why doesn't it refresh automatically?
At our core, we are a peaceful movement and seek only to convince people to vote according to the truths we reveal to them.
Okay. Claims to be peaceful.
The revolution has faith that American democracy will win out in the end.
I've never heard that before.
It falls to us to make sure that people are informed about the daunting and confusing technologies they put their senseless faith into every day. On a personal level, we would like to exhort every individual to try and live more simply, and reject any gadget or medicine that would make us less than we are.
They do not want progress. That's basically what they're saying.
We have reports of a break-in at the home of a parallax researcher with human revolution graffiti at the scene.
Ah, well, the human revolution certainly does not condone such actions at all.
Society, but that's basically what this is. So, Peter, just to give you some context, because you weren't here, the creator of the little robot who just talked, that's Turing, has gone missing. He was a friend or associate of ours. I don't know how close. We knew them, but I don't think we were, like, super close to them. So we're trying to find them. We believe it has something to do with the robot. The robot's like the first sapient robot. So we're on a journey to try to find them. The human revolution, they don't like gene splicing, because basically people are using it for therapy and basically turning into furries. And for the most part, it's for like a medical condition. You can really read into it for a lot of things. And basically, these are the assholes. Robots FNAF reference? Yeah.
We're a peaceful organization, and threatening people is not going to earn us hearts and minds.
You're kind of already doing that by standing out here. You're scaring people. You're scaring people outside the abortion clinic. I mean, the gene splicing clinic. Sorry, I read into it too deeply. Is that the bite of 64? No, yes, actually 2064. I forgot that it was 2064.
Overzealous, as any hot-headed teenager tends to be. I'll look into this matter personally, and if I discover that any of the members were involved, they'll be turned in to the proper authorities. Now, not to cut this too short, but I need to get back to my people. I hope I've answered all your questions.
And now I get some more insight. You're still a prick.
You clearly missed doing real
Mark now owns the leaf. Hi, Mark.
I think you're starting to get back into the hard-boiled investigative journalist thing. Hopefully we'll get lucky enough to turn up a new...
Also, this is Turing. I love Turing. Turing's adorable. Turing's also like 3 feet tall. They're not very tall.
I think he was considerably less deluded than my searches on the meshnet had led me to believe.
I'm not 3 feet tall. How you doing, Mark? He's definitely less deluded. He was pretty straightforward and clear, but whether he was telling the truth.
Oh, well,
How dare.
didn't appear to be lying, but I'm not equipped with interrogation sensors. You have more experience with this than I do. Do you think he was telling the truth?
He was at least leaving information out.
I'll continue observing.
Yeah, I think he was telling us some truth, but not telling us everything.
Question them. A useful skill I find myself sorely lacking in. Lead on. Don't forget, we're still here to actually break up these protests. Let's see if we can't figure out a solution together. Make sure to look around and think carefully. I'm sure we'll find something. Let's not. Two's company, three's a cloud.
So I had the spoiled milk, ID card, the headphones, let's not use the pistol, although I could.
This kind of ROM requires an RFID key to access it.
Wow, 3 streams in a row, nice.
By Hassie Bar.
Hello?
Aw, that is the most adorable little ROM. What kind of model is it? Where did you get it? It's so moe.
Please never talk to me like that.
Oh wow, you don't see a whole lot of those around.
Darefair, congrats on getting second. Turtle, congrats on getting third.
Must have taken ages to get that case looking that good, with the home printer too.
I need to build a PC.
I'm impressed. Anyway, what can I get you? A drink I can do, and I guess I have some time to talk.
Earth. Noth. You are nonth.
The protesters outside the clinic are driving off a lot of my regular customers. Filling up my bathroom too, jerks.
Make them pay to use the bathroom. Some places do that.
What do you want to know?
Here before the dawn of time. Don't care about the calling Turing Moe.
Good job, huh? Yeah, that's mine. Well, technically, it's property of Hassie Holdings. We spent some mints on it, but the rest of the block helps pitch in for maintenance costs since I usually set it to patrol the whole area. You should check it out when we do Christmas in July.
Oh, thankfully it's Christmas in December right now.
Whole street in snow, as long as it's cloudy enough to
If I knew this was like themed around Christmas, I would have saved this game closer towards Christmas, but oh well. It is almost July though.
Sorry, but that thing cost me way too many credits to let just anyone poke at it. I would need to see some serious credentials before I let you mess with it. You know, enough to make sure you can afford to replace it if you break it. Otherwise, no touching. Oh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Ramona.
Time progresses, we all become old. I don't want to be old.
Guess there isn't much to tell.
Oh no, okay.
I went to college, got a degree, took out a loan, and bought this place. Now I spend my days trying to find enough time and money to sustain my VR drama addiction.
Okay.
My priorities are justice, cute stuff, and magical girls, in that order.
I can see the magical girls and the cute stuff. Are you sure about that?
What else?
I feel like they might take priority.
Pretty much don't leave the store. Look, they've got the right to protest, but I don't have to like it. Once they're done with the hybrids, I know they'll be coming for me next.
Why?
So I'll be voting appropriately. And if I have to unclog one more toilet because I'm an entitled, bigoted jerkface, I will lose my goddamn mind! Oh, you can't tell? I've got a cybernetic arm and leg, thanks to an autocap crash when I was a kid.
Oh.
I also got Neuralinks.
Oh, you can see it on our sprite. I didn't even realize. I was so focused on her portrait, I didn't even look at her arm.
If it was up to those dinosaurs, I'd be stuck in a wheelchair right now. Or worse, depending on how far back they want to push our medical technology. It's already illegal for me to have a rocket-powered fist. What more do they want?
Belts. I would gladly sacrifice my arm for a rocket-propelled fist.
Okay. Enjoy your drink and let me know if you need anything else.
Look at this brochure. Propaganda, and it really could have used better paper stock. Okay.
Dr. Yannick Fairlight. I've heard of him. Super rich guy? Used to own System 1? Why are you giving me his card?
Yes! He's getting on in years, and it would be useful for when he goes out and about. That's why we wanted to see it before.
Yeah, okay. I guess you can take a peek. Don't bust it, though. I scanned this card, and I swear if you break my ROM, I'll be calling your boss. Here's the RFID key to access it.
Thank you. This will surely be useful for our needs.
Can we please not break the bot? I really don't want to break it on her. I thought I was gonna have to use...
This ROM has multiple different climate control settings. Maybe we could make things a little more festive. Christmas is my favorite season. Should I switch it to snow mode?
Hey, we broke them up peacefully. That's exactly what we wanted.
It's snowing? Okay, people, I for one didn't bring any winter wear. Let's call it a day for now.
I feel like I could have used the gun if I really wanted to.
Excellent work.
We didn't break it.
While I still have doubts about the moral superiority of using subterfuge to disperse a protest, we at least accomplished our
Hey, we didn't hurt anyone at least.
And to be frank, considering how the human revolution is clearly working against my personal interests, I won't waste many clock cycles puzzling that ethical quandary out. Might I draw your attention to those youths over yonder? Counterculture clothing, obvious bad attitudes, and graffiti paraphernalia. Those could be our suspects who damaged my home in the name of revolution. Right. We should approach them
I really like
cautiously and
Turing.
not start a confrontation with the wrong individuals. They may even point us to the true culprits. Oh no, they've noticed our attentions. Come along, maybe we can catch them. catch them on foot. Hold on, I'm calling for an auto cab of our own. I know it seems a great deal of trouble for such a tenuous lead, but I have
The more we talk, the further they get.
The wicked flee when no man pursueth. The auto cab is estimated to take 5 minutes to arrive. We'll never be able to engage in pursuit fast enough to catch up to them.
Gangrene looks like Robinus. I mean, yeah, kinda, actually. A little bit.
We should call Tomcat.
We're looking Eggmobile. Well, like a pill, but yeah.
Maybe they can do some bit of techno-wizardry and stop that cab. Excellent! Hold on while I connect us.
Howdy, folks. How's the search for the data cache going?
Actually, that's what
Pillmobile, away!
We may have located
Okay.
the perpetrators, but they eluded us and are making their escape in an auto cab.
Oops.
We attempted to use a cab of our own to tail them, but it hasn't arrived and they're getting away. Can you hack the cab and stop it?
No can do, little guy. Security on those cabs is tight, and the dang thing will shut down its external net connection long before I get in. Unless... Oh, I have an idea. Sit tight for just a sec.
I love that you can hear Tomcat typing.
Alright, that went faster than spit on a skillet. I did a job a few years back and had to break into the city's central traffic network. Do me a favor and don't ask why. The back door I drilled into that long ago is still wide open. I'm logging into the traffic management system now. Wait. Oh, shit. They may not have fixed that back door, but they did.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Intrusion VI. Oh, the damn thing is hot on my tail.
It's so rude out of nowhere. Why would I say that? Your accent is really annoying with all the technical jargon. What? Why?
Virtual intelligence. They're kind of like Turing, except less creative and inventive, and definitely not sapient. But they're nasty enough at hunting down hackers and crackers if you're willing to pay for a good one. I gotta take care of this VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Turing, I'm passing control to you. Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some 2 sets of hands on 1 keyboard kind of hacking.
Oh, there's actual gameplay outside. Okay.
Just push on the map and load it up on Turin's face. Sorry, Turin.
Ooh, they're on the move.
What am I supposed to do?
Here's how it works. Use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you. You can trigger traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer them right back to you.
Trigger traffic jumps at intersections so the cab thinks that. Okay.
You just gotta make sure to stop them where you're at, or else they'll just go running off on foot. I'll put a goal marker on the map for you. You can trigger any node on the map at any time, so plan ahead. I'd say you'll have time for 2 moves every time they hit an intersection. If they go off the map, though, you'll lose them. Block every road that leads out of our grid, and watch the places with 3 exits you can't all cover in one go-around. Just hurry. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this VI from messing on the carpet, and once I kill the connection, this old trick is over.
I'll tap into the cab control node they're currently arriving at. Our top priority is to ensure they cannot leave the area Tomcat's given us access to. I'll mark the southern
Okay, so give me a bit of a tutorial.
We only have time to block off 2 routes before the auto cab will make a decision and move. We shouldn't block the route back here. We have to stop them where we can catch them. Once you get them back here, press the big button on top of the map to short-wire the auto cab. Be careful, if you stop their ride anywhere else, they'll just run off. what do you think our next move should be?
Turn, I can't have you talking. It's messing with the signal.
It's up to you now. Don't let those punks escape, and don't trap them anywhere that's not here. We can access any of the control nodes in the area at any time. Plan ahead, and we should be able to get them. Got it?
Come back. We're doing a puzzle.
We've got them now. Let's go!
Pretty easy.
I'm gonna go stop them, and then we can interrogate the miscreants.
What do you mean or not? Oh, okay. You mean you gotta do something.
What the hell do you want? Who do you think?
Successfully trapped the miscreant taxis.
You ain't got nothing on us, and if you don't get out of my way, I'll mess you up.
He's got such like a Saturday morning bully voice. Like cartoon bully.
Hey, what do you think we should do? We haven't observed them doing anything illegal, and we could potentially make this go over smoothly. Or we could share news of this encounter with Lexi before things get out of hand. These two seem agitated already, and it may be best to make sure they're handled by the appropriate authorities.
We can't really.
Those are the options I deduced. Questions?
Welcome back properly.
It's up to you. How do you want to do this?
I think we can handle this without the cops.
We just have a few questions for you, sirs. If you'd be so kind as to give us a few minutes
Sure,
of your
Duck messaged
time.
you, but I brought trivia thing. Oh, okay. No, he didn't message me.
Did you not hear what I...
Maybe we should just answer their questions. I mean, we didn't do anything wrong, right?
Right! We ain't got nothing to hide!
We're newbie street artists.
These are the tools of our trade!
These are all above board and legal. We just got done making a piece for a client.
That's right! We're artists! You a cop? Cause if you ain't, we ain't got nothing in the bag! Running? Who was I running from? You calling me a coward?
I don't think that's what they were insinuating.
I like their dynamic.
Right! We just got places to get to,
Wait, he just said gotta go fast? Sonic? Gotta go. He's a big Sonic fan, I knew it. Drawing his OCs all over town.
Stop assuming you can misdirect us with blustery words and feigned ignorance. I've matched the hues of those paints and the patterns of the bottom of your shoes with 95% accuracy to the scene of Hayden Weber's apartment. Now tell us what you were doing there and why you stole Hayden's data cache.
Now you're accusing us of stealing? Why, I oughta...
Chad,
A wise guy, huh?
just answer their questions so they don't go to the cops?
Damn it, Oliver! I told you I'm Starfucker now!
No, they just stay Chad, dude.
I only went along with this because you said we would go to a movie afterwards. I don't even care about this human revolution stuff. Just because your dad...
Oh. I changed his name, no! Alright, fucker, are you kidding me?
Fine. Whatever. We'll answer your friggin' questions.
Who's your dad, exactly? Why do I feel like it's, like, dude, Fairlight?
Aw, man, no big reason. I mean, he's a big hotshot researcher at Parallax, right? We heard a rumor his place was empty. Who's gonna pass up a sweet target like that? We don't need any more of this tech shit, like your lippy Rom over there.
Kidnapped? He's been kidnapped?
Shit, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We just sliced the door controls and trashed the place. Wasn't nobody there.
These two are really funny. I can't help but laugh a little bit. Like, they're just... The dynamic of these two is great.
Be quiet, Chad. I don't want to go to juvie.
Never seen a dynamic quite like them. Like, two punks, but one's like the good guy, the other one is like punk.
Here, you can have it.
Okay, well,
Alright, that was easier to get back than I expected. I kind of want to say the first one, but the one's a punk, the other one is a good kid.
Yeah, whatever. Just get out of my way.
We hope you find that Hayden guy, and we're real sorry. We weren't trying to hurt anyone.
Alright, let's go catch that movie.
They kind of would, but I like these two better than those two.
Great! Can we get dinner first?
Sure, whatever you want.
That's not right. I'm certain I deactivated snow mode. Incoming call from Tomcat.
Hey, folks.
Uh-oh.
Jess just called and told me she has a clear way to the access node. She'll get you inside, and I'll walk you through connecting me so I can access the Parallax.
All we did is put it in snow mode. We didn't break it.
Did you get the data cache?
Yes, those punks happen to have it.
Oh, great.
It destroyed, bot.
Not time to worry about it right now, though. Go to Stardust and drop it off with Majid for me, okay? He'll hold it to pass on to me once I get there. I managed to trigger an alert within Parallax's network security, and they're gonna be moving their logs from one secure server to another. I need y'all in place of that access node before they do. No time for lollygagging.
No problem, Tomcat. We'll make our way there directly after we return to Stardust. We can worry about the weather ROM's malfunction later. Let's go. Our mission for Jess is done. Don't bug it. It already seems to be in a stormy mood.
Okay. I wanted to fix it. Wow, two bots. Oh wait. Hold on. Wait, hold on, Sari. No, hold on. I think that was Blaine. What did Blaine say? Hold on, I gotta look at Twitch. What happened? Hold on. Your manager. Wait a second. Let me see what happened there. What did you say that got you banned? How do I look at ban list? Did you? Oh, because it said you said bye. Gotcha. All right. Airbot might have jumped the gun on that a little bit.
Welcome to Stardust.
There's Majid. We should leave this data cache with him first, like Tomcat asked.
There a reference outside? I didn't even notice because I was.
All right. Tomcat asked me to take that off your hands and pass it on to them later. Thanks for getting it to me.
Yeah, don't make fun of the bot.
I won't pester you about what it is. I know things are always very hush-hush with Tomcat. I'll make sure they get it later today.
Excellent. Thank you.
They say now you're in danger of being killed. What's the reference here? I feel like there's something here I'm missing. I wear the shirt. He's the reference? I don't get it. Well. Oh wait, what am I supposed to do now?
Welcome to Stardust.
Ah. It's been a while since I played Undertale.
Sorry, but I'm pretty wrapped up in something important.
You again? All right, I'll let you in. But you better stay out of trouble.
Oh no.
This is exactly what I needed to get my mind off things.
Hey, I heard from my friends down the street that the protesters are gone. Must have been you, huh? Alright then. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and return the favor. Tomcat said that if you got to an old abandoned access node, you might be able to find out what happened to Hayden. I called up a buddy who's on night shift for Parallax tonight. He can buzz you in, but if anything happens, you broke in. This puts us at about even. Don't think about drawing any more debits for a while. Good luck. Keep me out of your shit.
Oh, I think we're on the next chapter. I think. That or it's just nighttime now.
This is the place Tomcat said we should head to. unassuming, and quiet. I'll be honest, I don't think I would be in this section of the city without Jess giving us the all clear. The crime statistics are quite alarming, so let us get done with our errand here and move on to safer ground. I can't help it. Stealing a ROM is considered petty theft, and I
All my
really rather not
my
be
brain hears is
taken
Top Cat, and I want to sing the theme. What
to
Top Cat?
for a month
Oh, I
of
forgot about that.
credits. Our hypothetical kidnapper wouldn't even be punished worse than a slap on the wrist if it were a first offense. Though, I suppose I shouldn't get too worked up about the legal system not accounting for machine sapience. I am the first. That I know of, anyway.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
Hello?
Yes, can I help you? I was wondering when you'd get there. You're at the access node on Cesar Chavez in Indiana, right?
That's right.
Good. Be quick. Don't touch anything. Got it? This conversation never happened, and you're on your own if you get caught out there. I hope you find what you're looking for.
This is it. Let's go inside, and I'll call Tomcat.
Feel better now?
This place doesn't look like it's had
They're
any
top of my
maintenance in
books.
years. I hope the systems are still functional.
I feel like you're about to see something
I
weird.
forgot you can't see in darkness. Maybe that switch over there adjusts the lighting.
Never mind. Not that weird.
Oh, Tomcat is pinging us, forwarding video and audio.
Howdy! Y'all at the access node? I'm set to slice in once Turn makes physical access.
Of course, Tomcat. Just walk me through how to connect myself, and I'll give you the necessary system permissions to use me as an interface.
Just patch yourself into the links terminal down there, and I should be able to get started.
Connecting wirelessly to it now. Permissions granted. Please be careful in there.
Don't worry, though. I'm an old hand at this. You won't notice a thing. 1 sec. Oh, shoot. Y'all have a bit more to do before I can get the info we need. This system's still running on old cassettes, and the recall slot is empty. Can't go to
Cassettes?
Hayden's info file without it. There should be a cassette on the opposite side of the wall we can overwrite with the recall program. Pretty sure all that one was used for was phone monitoring. You know, from back when phone networks were separate from data networks. I swear, y'all, I just turned 22. Anyways, we need to move that cassette across the room to access the records.
Cat is younger than me.
Figure out how to do that and hit me back up when you've done it.
Billings. I don't know what I'm... I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I was not paying attention. I was and I wasn't. Okay, gotcha. I see what I'm supposed to do now.
Nice job.
I did half the problem correctly.
I'm gonna put some more pressure on them.
Half the solution, rather.
now, and we'll see if we can't slurp it right out of this network trunk. You would have thought that someone would have noticed and decommissioned this access node when the neighborhood went to hell, but this mouse is happy to play while the cat is away. Way back when I was a youngin', when I first hacked into Parallax's network, I mostly did it to make a point, yeah? They were just about to launch the MeshNet system, and I wanted to show the whole darned world that their security had more holes in it than Swiss cheese. Of course, I wasn't too shy about poking in a few more holes of my own devising while I was there. After putting in some more tricky software backdoors, I went ahead and deleted this access node off the maintenance schedule. Then, I reassigned the guy who was supposed to keep an eye on it to a different location. They were in the process of buying up a whole gaggle of these nodes in preparation to set up a private network for themselves. All just to use for the MeshNet launch. Maybe a little too confident of them. Most of the software holes have been patched out as they've upgraded their network, but this old place is just as forgotten as I left it. I've been targeting one of their data centers with a botnet-driven DDoS attack, hitting every port into its network that I can find. Ain't likely to do much, but toss in a few attempts to crack the firewall and their VIs are shitting bricks. It's standard procedure for them to move their sensitive data to a different data center in case the attacker actually gets in. Make enough noise and it'll scare them enough into taking some defensive action, which is where we want them. The files are more vulnerable in transit. Now you'll just hold tight. I'll be done with this lickety-split. Surveillance camera footage.
That's not good.
Oh, God. Oh, Turin. I'm so sorry.
What is it, Tomcat? What did you find?
He's gone, Turin.
Of course he's gone, Tomcat. That's why we're here.
Shit. I mean, he's gone, Turin. Hayden is dead.
Well, that obviously isn't right, Tomcat. Why would they kill him? Can you send me the relevant files? You must have missed something.
I don't think you should see it, but if you're sure. Parallax had security cam footage from the hallway outside Hayden's apartment encrypted on their network. Just a short clip. It looks like Hayden started to struggle with a couple of big dudes when they broke through the door and one of them shot him. I also found some chatter about it on some darknet channels. It wasn't a kidnapping. Somebody went there to murder him. I'm so damn sorry.
Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Tomcat. I think I'll walk back to the apartment. I need some time to run some calculations about this new scenario. If you'll excuse me.
Should you follow them? If you say so. I'm gonna keep digging through this data until they kick me out of the system. I'll try to find some kind of lead on why this whole thing started in the first place. Maybe I can find something out about who killed Hayden and why Parallax has a copy of the footage.
A man's been murdered and look at me smiling in the corner like a smug bastard.
It ain't much of a silver lining, but we have the answer on Hayden's fate. Maybe it's time to call it quits. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Whoa, antagonists. Chapter 3. Okay. Once we get through any dialogue that this starts with, I'm gonna save and I have to go do something very quickly. Really all I gotta do is take chicken out of the freezer.
Oh, you're back. You know, Hayden was a brilliant programmer, far ahead of his time. I am a machine, and intrinsically, I do not have all the glands and visceral chemical reactions that make humans so emotional and brilliant. But his code is a flawless replication of that, inside my own personality algorithms. I don't think I've ever felt this anger. It fouls my processors and fills my RAM with frustrating, half-finished plans of revenge. My motherboard burns in my casing from how little I can rest. I'm in pain, and I can't make it go away! I do not like the thoughts I'm having about the people who did this to him. I can disable those modules. But if I turn off every emotion I don't want to feel, what does that make me? Would I still be me? If I were human, turning off my emotions would be seen as extremely unhealthy. There is a wealth of information on the MeshNet about human psychology. I just don't know how much of it applies to myself. Either way, Hayden deserves my grief. It is my way of honoring him. It may be the only way I can. Did you see the jade plant? Its death is unfortunate, but fitting.
Oh, I had to talk to it more. Didn't talk to it. I didn't know I had to talk to it so much within such a little time.
Yet another thing to be guilty for.
No, I couldn't save the plant.
Will you keep helping me? I need you. To find the bastards who killed my progenitor.
Swear word. Turing, how could you?
I don't know what I'll do afterwards, but I need to see this through. Justice. Yes, good. I knew you'd keep me from losing myself in this. Let's make sure they have the appropriate time to atone for their crimes in prison. Even if it takes the rest of their lives. I think for now we should keep knowledge of Hayden's death between you, Tomcat, and I. It may give us an edge if the people we seek don't know how much we've already discovered. We'll talk after you've had some time to rest. You likely need sleep, and I need some time to... I need some time.
We're gonna get this solved by Christmas. Don't worry, fellas.
Good morning. I trust you slept well. Now that we are both refreshed, I feel it wouldn't hurt to recap our progress and determine if any changes should be made based on our successes and failures. Let's talk about how things are going so far.
Okay, so we're recapping.
Since your journalistic efforts are a big part of why I originally recruited you, we can start there. Your inquiring mind has been a huge boost in our journey thus far. As a ROM, I can't talk to people as intently as you, so I must say I'm quite grateful for your skills in that regard. You're diligent in your day-to-day work as well, which further grounds my hope in you. Beyond journalistic persistence, let's take a look at how we've performed in other responsibilities, specifically our choices in overcoming obstacles. Our first major hurdle proved challenging,
Oops.
but we made use of our surroundings and found a creative avenue. Furthermore, I am pleased with your utilization of non-violent methods. Eliminating any excessive risk should allow us to move swiftly. Finally, I was quite impressed by your ability to adapt on the fly, as they say, and perform so well when thrust into a sudden situation.
Thanks.
Lastly, I'd like to discuss how we're getting along with our companions and allies along the way. It's important.
Okay.
I was very impressed with your negotiation abilities with those kids. We got our data cache, and they went on their way, and hopefully learned a lesson too. Jess is a bit of a harder read, but she did agree to help us out in a big way. As long as her brash nature doesn't tempt you to lash out, I think things will go smoothly. Detective Rivers was good to involve as well, and I can tell you enjoy having a familiar face around. She could prove to be our greatest aid, as long as we make it worth her time. No funny business. Tomcat seems to genuinely care for our cause, and I have no trouble with letting their expertise guide us. Out of everyone else, they seem to be easiest to get along with, too. And finally, you and I. I must say, we have worked together better than I ever expected. I hope you feel the same.
Home day risks and all that. Yeah, you're right.
I feel confident in our combined ability, and I enjoy your company as well. Please, continue showing me around the city as we continue our search. Unfortunately, we've just about run out of leads. Perhaps Tomcat was able to find something of use in Parallax's network while they were inside. I hope so, but I feel a little bad for relying on them as much as we do. Always going so far for Hayden. They must have been close. Oh, speaking of them, incoming call from Tomcat. Forwarding video and audio.
Morning. Turin, how you been doing, hon?
I'm fine, Tomcat. Thank you for your concern.
Well, okay. Just say the word if I can help out in any way. You hear?
I'll be lurking soon once we get through the dialogue and I'm able to save.
I was hoping you might have a lead for us to start.
I always want to save just in case something goes wrong.
Otherwise, we're down to canvassing Hayden's address book and seeing if any of his contacts have an idea about who might have had a desire to target him. But that's just fishing in the dark.
Well, I pulled a fair amount of data from the Parallax servers before they managed to kick me out, but it'll take me a while to go through it. A lot of it's unrelated. TPS reports, maintenance logs, juicy meat for other corporations, but about as useful as dirt to us. It'll take me a while to decrypt all of Hayden's files, but maybe we'll find something there. So, no, I don't have as much as a whiff of a trail on who's behind this. Though, I recently got a strange request from a friend of a friend. Someone's been messing with the articles of a news organization organization named Augmented Eye. It seems like the network security head there is asking around for cybercrackers to help figure out how their reports are getting changed. The original files on their servers are untouched. In their system, everything looks peachy keen. But when you view the site from the outside of the network, things are changed up. A word here, phrase there. It's subtle, but often has a big impact on the article's tone. Someone with deep access to Parallax's meshnet is changing what's being shown. I ain't sure if it's related, but maybe y'all can head down to the main KCOB offices and try talking to the gal that runs Augmented Eye. Her name is Zen. I ain't got the time or the desire to stick my nose that far out for a stranger, but it seems like your kind of deal.
It does seem to be a bit of a stretch. But if we have to wait for you to work on the data we've collected anyway...
Alright, I'll pass the word along that you'll be in sometime today to stick your noses in. And I'll send y'all word as soon as I get anything worth hunting down.
Excellent. Thank you, Tomcat. We are grateful for your continued assistance.
No problem, Turin. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Maybe you should take a little more time. You've been through some shit in the past few days.
I said I was fine. Thank you for your concern, but I am fine. I have already
Turing was not
reality
fine.
of Hayden's death. It's time to move on with the investigation.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I'm just worried. So, I'm here if you need anything.
Understood. I apologize for my tone, Tomcat. We'll be in touch.
Alright, later, Turing.
Okay, we have a lead, however tenuous. I've highlighted the COS-IO Corp office building on your map. Also, while we were talking to Tomcat, I received an email from Dr. Fairlight. Displaying.
Greetings. I hope you'll forgive me for a voice-only message, but I'm undergoing my treatments and would not call myself presentable for a video call. Still, I wanted to inform you of an idea I had while looking into our mutual acquaintance's disappearance. I haven't had any luck with my contacts inside Parallax, but I was reminded of an old friend by the name of Melody Flores, who may know more about the nature of Hayden's research. She's the owner of Flower Cybernetics, and Hayden has been known to work closely with them on projects involving the intersection of Parallax's systems and the implants that Flower designs. Melody and I are no longer on speaking terms, so I'm afraid I can't introduce you. But perhaps the intrigue of Hayden's little robot will get you entry into her home. I hope this lead serves you well. If you need anything else from me, I will be in and out of the hospital room where we met for the next few days. I will send word if I have any other insights or discoveries. Yours, Dr. Yannick Fairlight.
Still don't trust him.
Interesting. I had no knowledge of Hayden ever working with Flower Cybernetics, but now I'm starting to understand just how little I really knew about his research. Maybe this melody can reveal more about the purposes of my construction. Hayden must have kept my development secret for a reason. Hopefully we can talk our way in. I have highlighted Melody's home on your map. Okay, we can now either follow Tomcat's lead to KCOB, or Fairlight's lead to Melody's home. Up to you where to go first. Tomcat's led us in the right direction so far, but Fairlight has resources and his tip might end up being more relevant. It depends on what you want our focus to be on in terms of tracking Hayden's trail. Should we follow the media or the tech? It's fitting. They're the two factors that make Neo-SF so unique and wonderful. If we explore them both to the fullest, there's no way we won't be closer to the answer.
Let's see. Alright. They really did. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. We're probably going to go for about another hour or so. Somewhere around that. I got other things I gotta get done. Hold on. Dead, Jim.
Here we are.
I trust Tomcat, and Tomcat's been good to us.
The COS.io Corporation office building. It looks like most of the businesses on this block are a part of the same corporate coalition under COS.io. Well, perhaps. At the very least, it means it's unlikely they're the ones interfering with Augmented Eye's articles. Not impossible, but unlikely. Generally, the companies in a coalition don't have a whole lot of overlap. Augmented Eye is a news app focused on local tech and culture stories, with an emphasis on hybrids' rights and cybernetics issues. None of the other companies in the coalition cover news, so they aren't related at all, which is very much standard practice for these groups. They have nothing to gain by inviting companies with whom they compete, and thus none of them would benefit by trying to undermine Augmented Eye's credibility as a news source. Yes, another news organization would be the most likely culprit here.
It has the scene. I wonder. You prefer to only converse with revolving doors. Ah, true.
The MeshNet says Augmented Eye's SF office is run by an individual named Zin, and Tomcat confirms she's expecting us. Let's make sure to keep your other news outlet theory in mind, and we can follow up on it afterwards. All we have to do now is head up and talk to her. No shenanigans this time.
Better leave it. Looks like it's in the middle of a high value conversation. Oh, I wanted to pet it.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Augmented Eye. You must be the journalist my network admin said would be showing up. Have a seat. Would you like a drink? My assistant will bring it right away. Look, I'll start off by saying I'm a little uncomfortable about bringing in another journalist to look into this. Whatever you dig up, I'll have to explain to the rest of the press. But it's still better than the other options. Chances are I have another corporation scoping out my territory. If they aren't in the coalition, they'll be expecting a corporate spy, not a news hound. If they are in the coalition, it won't look good for me to send in my own reporters against my allies. Even if I do end up being right. So if I'm damned either way, I'd rather it be by the media. At least then we can fight back on a familiar battlefield. Now, what do you know about our problem here? That's the long and short of it. My network admin is pulling their hair out over it. I'm not going to pretend I understand everything they say, but from what I understand, the changes to our articles aren't being made from inside our network. The versions on our servers are still the originals, but at some point after they hit the mesh, they get changed. I'm hoping that you can do some digging, maybe hit up your contacts and get a lead on who might be doing it. Even if I have to get answers from the nightly news, it will be a big help. Not really. My admin says that only someone with intimate access to Parallax's network protocols could make these kind of changes as something passes across the net. Personally, I think it's a clever hacker rather than someone inside Parallax itself. The public trust rating of Parallax makes them look like a saint among wolves, so their control over the mesh network provisions is strangling. It's trivially easy to set up ROMs to use a different OS than LIPS or a different meshnet protocol without that trust. Or, you know, Parallax is abusing its power to spread pro-tech propaganda. Doubtful they need to. I'm sure you'll be a good journo and bring me back the right answer. Mostly little things. Word choice, tone of the writing, things that make the writer appear more or less extreme on a topic. So far, almost all of the edits seem to be making our articles more positive on new technologies coming out, and more critical of organizations like the Human Revolution. That's actually what tipped us off. A harsh criticism one of my writers made about the Human Revolution protests was changed to be downright vitriolic, and I had a hell of a time putting out the fires. My writers and readers aren't exactly fans of them, but I'd rather not pick fights with the Human Revolution if I don't have to. I guess I'm not, but my network admin assures me it's all coming from somewhere else. They told me that they tore out all of the routers that broadcast to the mesh and replaced them with fresh ones. All kinds of tricks involving IP addresses and DNS changes that I'm not going to even begin to claim to understand. I pay them big bucks, so I'm inclined to believe them unless you dig up something that tells me otherwise. I know tin hat conspiracies aren't an ideal start, but it's the best we can do with the info we have. Anything else I can tell you, off the record? If If you want it on the record, it'll cost you your firstborn and a really good cigar.
Okay.
Like what? There isn't much more I can tell you about Augmented Eye, really. It's a fairly simple and straightforward operation, if I say so myself. We started off in Venezuela as a sleek current events and news organization in 2055, almost 10 years ago now. We focus on more in-depth reporting of on-the-street happenings, on top of major news. We're one of the few good ones left. Once folks in other cities saw the type of reporting we do, they all clamored for it. They invested in the right places, and it paid off. COS-IO Corp is happy to have us here in the OSF. It wasn't until hybrid tech started hitting the public sphere that we had to make any changes to our model. All of that said, I can't see why anyone would target us. Unless they're just trying to embroil us in a mudslinging match with the human revolution, and there are much more direct ways of making that happen. Alright, look. I wasn't going to tell you this. If it gets out, I'd have to answer some really hard questions. So, you didn't hear this from me. You might want to go check out TMI Entertainment and Charlie Nova. That's all I'll say. And remember, you take a bite out of him with my name as your defense, I drop you fast. What? Not wanting to answer prying questions from my coalition board isn't a good enough reason? 'Cause I'd really like to avoid that. And look, you've covered culture wars, right? My journalists are good, but they're mostly good at gadget reviews, implant releases, not taking too many stims so they remember what they did at raves for the after-party reports. This needs an investigative journalist with serious contacts, not tech personalities. The fact that my network admin recommended you to me means you probably know the right people. Now, does that cover it? I'd like to remove my nose from your ass. No, don't bother. In hindsight, I probably should have been a bit more circumspect about speaking to you. Plausible deniability and all that. I won't ask you to lie in anything you write, but do remember you got in contact with me not even secondhand, but third-hand. I certainly didn't sick you on anyone. Wink wink, nudge nudge, or whatever. If you need anything else, have your person get with my person. Don't come here directly. Now, I'd show you the door, but you know the way. And this isn't the only fire I'm trying to put out. Good luck, and goodbye.
How friendly.
That was more confrontational than I'd have expected, considering she was the one needing help. She never brought you that water, either. Is it always like this?
Let's see. That's it without one.
Very true. I will admit that I am interested in the possibility of a link back to Parallax. If all of this really is due to somebody manipulating the mesh net on the inside, it may give us the leverage we need to find out what happened to Hayden once and for all.
Here's what scene you're talking about, Turtle.
To get my hopes up. We should make no assumptions when investigating, lest we lead ourselves down a false path. Anyway, seems like our next step is... What the...
Oh no! Is that the scene?
That's Sin! She was defenestrated.
A word I've heard, but I think I can assume what that means.
Services are already on the way, and we are severely ill-equipped to help her. We should head back to her office and and see if we can determine what happened here. Perhaps we can still dispense justice. This is how we dispense justice, right? It looks like the desk has been cleared off. Let's take a look around, but be careful not to disturb any evidence. The police will be here soon. Her personal computer is not password protected at the moment. Give me a moment to look through her files. Best to keep your fingerprints off of the keyboard. Most of this isn't very interesting. Committee reports, financials, article submissions.
There'll be one thing there.
Here we go.
There we go.
According to this email between Zin and her network admin, her lead on TMI Entertainment is a little more solid than she led us to believe. The admin ran a web crawler looking for changes in writing styles. Some blog posts by their head anchor Charlie Nova stood out like a sore thumb. Apparently he's a bit pompous, if in an affable way, and his blog usually just details his day-to-day life. But ever since the Human Revolution has been in town, he's been smearing them with more venom than you'd expect, considering how neutral his on-air reporting has been. Zin seemed to think he was just complaining about the protesters fouling up traffic, and whoever is manipulating these posts spun it to make him look critical of the movement as a whole. Just like the Augmented Eye journalist. This Charlie fellow is the one we need to talk to. Even a ROM like that doesn't deserve an end like this.
No. The plants. A flawless foliage hath fallen.
My thermal sensors only detect a single set of lingering footprints, and they end almost 3 feet away from the window. Considering the density of this glass, I can't imagine Zin jumped from that far and managed to throw herself through the pane without help. But who could have done it? I don't see any obvious marks on the floor or any other thermal hotspots. It doesn't look like it. We should go. There isn't anything else here, and the police are almost on the scene.
Son of a... I should have figured the two of you would be here. You just won't stay out of trouble no matter
We
what
had
I say, will you?
nothing to do with this.
I assure you, Detective Rivers, we are merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. We had an appointment with Zin to discuss a possible lead and found her office in this state of disrepair.
Of course you did. Damn it. Fine, fine. Get the hell out of here before anyone else shows up. We'll chat about the case more when I'm not busy scraping bodies off the pavement. You hear me?
Certainly, Detective Rivers. I'll forward you a report of what we know immediately, and we can speak further at a later time.
Yeah, whatever. Get moving.
I worry for Rivers. I feel like the further this goes along, the more danger she's in.
Because it's better this way. We are chasing smoke trails. You think she would assist such an unlikely investigation?
Alright, you gotta chill, bro.
I do not need you to infer upon my motivations or highlight my duplicity. Detective Rivers has every bit of information that Zin gave us on that computer. Her investigation will not be hampered by our absence, whereas ours is halted if we're stuck giving answers she can just as well
You'll
get
be
from
cop.
a hard drive.
That's what puts her in more danger.
Literally. Has it occurred to you that whoever threw Zin out of that window could be after the same thing we are, except to silence the story rather than to get it out?
The mucho energy? You mean the macho energy?
We have little time for fooling about and must get to Charlie Nova before something happens to him too. Now, unless you have further recriminations to level at me, we must not squander the time my dishonesty bought us. I have highlighted the main Neo SF offices for TMI Entertainment on your map. Let's go!
I will not hush.
I hope some pity for me still remains, considering my recent tone, because I'm honestly not sure where we should start. I suppose we should just ask the receptionist to point us to somebody who can answer our questions. Honestly, you do have your own mesh access, yes?
Alright, why are you becoming so mean?
I'm quite certain you can handle all the casual searches you might feel like making. We hardly have time for me to blather out every bit of exposition you desire when you could just go look it up on your own. Fair enough. If you think it will save time, I can continue to rattle off these facts when you ask for them. I just ask that you keep your queries to a minimum. We don't have a whole lot of time. Let me pull up the information you requested. Charlie Nova is TMI Entertainment's most popular TV personality. He's gotten
Oh, that's gonna make this difficult.
ratings for almost a decade and isn't afraid to tell you about it. The chatter on the mesh paints him as a bit arrogant, but in that loud, backslapping kind of way that a media star can get away with. He's best known for hosting Star in the Stratosphere. It's one of those talent-seeking reality programs. Apparently, when TMI can't organically discover enough celebrities, they just manufacture them. Oh, and also, according to this blog, Charlie's hair is flawless.
Welcome to TMI Entertainment Incorporated. Do you have an appointment?
Hello, bunny girl.
I really can't let you in without an appointment. I can maybe pencil you in for next Wednesday?
We don't have time for this. People's lives are on the line here, and all you care about is an appointment?
Adorable.
Look, if it's that important, I can buzz you through to sympathy. But she isn't going to be very happy about being bothered off schedule, so don't get your hopes up. And, try not to make her too mad. I'll be the one dealing with the fallout.
Right, of course. I apologize. We will be as tactful as possible, I assure you.
Alright, I'm very concerned for you.
She's over on the other side of the room. Head straight there, because she doesn't like it when people bother the talent.
I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to.
Thought I told Nina to cancel all my appointments for the day. I swear that girl couldn't find her ears if I taped them over her eyes. At least she makes a decent cup of coffee. Yes, I am. And if you don't mind, I keep the show running here, so I'll be brief. What are you doing in my building?
We've been given a lead on a story that involves one of your personalities, Charlie Nova. Someone has been manipulating his articles on the Meshnet and turning them into scathing attacks against the human revolution. We're trying to track the culprit, and we need to talk to Mr. Nova to hunt down further leads.
You let your ROM do all the talking for you? Must be one of those new interrogation modules all the fresh meat rave about. Of course I know someone's been modifying Charlie's articles. I'm tracking them down myself. What I want to know is why I should help you snatch the scoop out from underneath me. Super hacker twists Meshnet news for personal political vendetta? The clicks basically farm themselves. Zin? Augmented eyes, Zin? What does Zin have to do with this?
She's the one who gave us the lead to begin with. Then, someone threw her out of her office window. We figured Mr. Nova might be next, and we wanted to get to him first.
Holy shit. Fine, I'll let you talk to Charlie.
Hey, it worked.
If someone is trying to kill people over this, I'd rather it be out and done with as fast as possible. I mean, shit, we're an entertainment scene. Nobody should die for that. But hey, watch yourself with Charlie. He's a pompous clown, but he's my pompous clown. Keep it civil, or I'll throw your ass out and figure this out on my own. Now get on it. I need to make some calls.
I figured that.
Fantastic! How fantastic! I just love your ROM.
Well, the existence of hellish. Fair enough, that's true. I did not consider that, Noe.
Not quite as stunning as mine, but still pretty grand. Very sleek, very clean. Bravo. Oh, Sympathy is doing that thing where she waves at me to hurry things up. Right down to brass tacks then, I suppose. Wait! I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Charlie Nova, host of Tonight in the Stars and Star in the Stratosphere.
The person voicing this has got this down. Like, this is perfect for the TV show host personality.
What can I do for you,
Yes, any additional information on your station would be greatly appreciated.
Well, it's the best damn network on the planet, I can tell you that. We put out top-notch news and entertainment, but with real heart that our competitors just can't match. But if you really want to know about TMI, you need to know about Sympathy. It's her pride and joy, after all. Sure, she can be a little acerbic, and sure, she calls me a poofy-haired oaf all the time, but you can really tell she cares, you know? Deep down. I'm not sure if that throat-cutting gesture she's making is a signal to move to another topic or a threat against my physical well-being. So, let's move on. What next?
This guy had the potential to be the most annoying character in this, but I actually like him a lot.
Yes, you do. I can't imagine you've come all this way just to get my story, have you? After all, I've already published my very own splendid 100% original autobiography, Like a Nova. But I suppose I can give you a quick rundown, even if Sympathy is giving me the stink eye. I grew up here on the mean streets of Neo-SF, but my jocular nature and striking countenance got me scouted for a few small product advertisements. And the rest is not so ancient history. Now I'm the host of the largest celebrity news show on the Mesh, and I couldn't be happier. It's all thanks to my swarms of fans, though. They're the ones who count. Oh, it may have come up in the last lunch meeting we had, but Sympathy assured me that it was some kind of technical glitch, and our support people were on top of it. They're top-notch, the absolute best money can buy. So I don't think there's anything more to say on the subject.
Gavin Hammond. That vaguely sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I know them.
I'm not quite sure what you're insinuating, but I don't think I like it. I am a pillar of this community, and I care deeply about our reports getting to the viewer the way they're intended.
Oh, could have been a little nicer to
I
him.
assure you that sympathy is on top of the situation, and with that, I'll have to bid you good day.
All right, that's enough. Charlie has a show to get ready for. He's told you everything he's going to. So get the hell out of here.
Ah, I messed up at the
If
end.
you find anything more interesting than what you've got, come back and see me again. Directly.
Remember, I'm the victim in all this.
Oh man, she looks really cheesed off now. Do you know how snippy she can get?
Penny and Telltale. Oh, okay. It's quite a different voice now I'm thinking about it. Good for him.
We're very sorry if we made your day more difficult. Perhaps I could take the coffee over to Sympathy and we could try to smooth her rumpled feathers.
Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You make her even madder? Oh no.
I'm sorry, Dita.
It'll only take a minute.
Alright, but she takes it with plenty of milk.
Oh no. Oh no. Turtle. I don't think this is a good idea, Turtle. Turtle, are you sure?
Okay, let's deliver this and make amends.
Turtle, I swear to God.
I thought I told you to beat it. Or do your ears just not work?
Oh, milk description. It's not even milk anymore. It's cheese.
Ha! Ah, that's cute. I promise I don't bite. I just have a job to do. Sometimes I think Charlie's hair gel seeps into his brain, but he brings in most of our revenue, so his happiness is our top priority. Ugh, my stomach is killing me. Maybe those egg rolls I had earlier. I'm heading to the can, and you're heading to the street.
Did you want a signed photo? That's very upsetting. I hope you
okay.
passed along that information to Sympathy. I'm certain our tech people will be able to find the culprit in short order once they know enough about it. I really don't know what I have to do with it, though.
Could have been worse. It could have been lactose talk true.
And that is supposed to mean what? I'm not sure if you're trying to imply that I had something to do with this, or that I'm being targeted for some specific reason, but if you have an accusation to level...
I keep picking the wrong ones because in my mind they're not so bad, but...
My time is far too important to be wasted on beating around the bush.
Good goddamn, I don't know what's wrong with my stomach. And didn't I tell you to get the hell out of here? You're on my last nerve, and if you wanted to earn a grudge with me, you're just about there. Move!
Damn it.
That did not go well at all. We need some kind of leverage to get Mr. Nova to give us the information we want. I'm certain he knows something. Don't you agree? Indeed. While you were talking to him, I took the opportunity to look into his history more thoroughly. It turns out he did a series of promos for a local Hassie bar early in his career, and some fans still spot him there from time to time. It's a long shot, but frankly, everything about this case has been one long shot after another. Maybe we should question the people at this Hassie establishment and look for any dirt we can use to put some pressure on Mr. Nova. There must be something. It's the only path I see. The Hassie bar is located on Market Street, near the Genus Clinic. We can head there whenever you're ready.
Back.
Welcome back! Care to take another pamphlet or two? I hope your article is going well. Ah, the cold weather has made organising demonstrations a bit difficult, to say the least. But I refuse to relent in our mission. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, I will not rest until I stop these abominations from undoing God's almighty work.
How far back do you
That
want?
is the greatest misconception of our group. They would have you believe that we'd rather go back to the Dark Ages. Oh, sure, the human revolution wants people to go back to washing clothes by hand down by the river, right? We'll all go back to playing with sticks, yes? We do not advocate for a reversal of all technology. That would be ludicrous. We merely want severe limitations on genetic enhancements and a focus on medicinal practice beyond gene therapy. That would include an outlawing of cosmetic gene therapy, yes, people parading around in fur and scales as proud abominations. We need the government to protect these patients from themselves.
I want to see his reasoning. I know it's bad, but I want to see it.
Modifying genes means we are changing the very DNA that makes us unique. We're giving doctors, among other people with a severe lack of understanding of the human condition, the right to make us into entirely new species.
What do you mean, doctors? They would be the most qualified. What are you talking about?
A byproduct of tens of thousands of years of natural selection and evolution, and now these people want that progress.
Hi, Sakura.
Formula to be injected into your skin at your convenience.
It's going good. I'm dealing with this asshole right now.
And why? To fulfill some sick fantasy. We have VR dramas. Leave your imagination at home.
Asshole.
Besides, why should we give these self-proclaimed animals the same
The other night.
as humans when they clearly don't want to be human?
What did I do? I don't think... Am I forgetting something? Did I do something the other night? I know I tried to raid you the other day, but I only had one person. I get self-conscious when I only have one person to raid with. Am I blanking on something?
That's a leading question. Of course, some people have.
Did that raid go through?
And it's a good thing that
Oh, well, I'm glad I could help. When I have a bigger group, I will raid again, because I feel like I think it'll be fine. I'm trying to stream earlier and see if I can get more people in. Apparently small streamers do better earlier in the day. Very least, my English friends are more available. Not so late for them.
Simply wanting cat ears and furry tails does not constitute a disease. A disease of the mind, perhaps.
Okay.
If the government strictly
I hope that stream went well.
alteration surgeries to only life-threatening emergencies, Well, that would be a start towards undoing the damage.
Time zones. Speaking of ending, I will be ending soon because I got some other things I gotta do today, but I was also testing. Then testing to see how I would do earlier. I actually want to start earlier, but I just had other things I had to do this morning. It's been good. Nothing crazy going on. Happy belated birthday. I feel like I said happy birthday, but maybe I didn't. I say happy birthday to so many people. Try to write down everyone's birthdays in my phone so that way I can them when they come up. Can't remember everyone.
Yeah, they call themselves hybrids, but we call them what they are. I can't respect those who willingly trade their humanity away.
Yeah.
Thanks to our efforts, many local businesses are finally gaining.
I am just trying to be nice.
Serve human beings. If they wanted to feed animals,
Not this guy.
they'd open up a pound. Why, just the other day, a Neo-SF landlord thanked me for supporting his decision to deny tenancy to unhumans. He already feels better about his decision to seek out our help.
Turtle.
Plus, can you imagine the cleaning fees? Great! Do tell me when you get the article out. I love to read the comments.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but doesn't most of the MeshNet speak critically of your organization?
Oh, that's cute. The robot wants to join in the discussion now.
Don't be,
Yes, this is true.
don't be mean to Turing, Brian.
Most revolutionaries are unpopular when they're in the middle of the fight. I sleep comfortably knowing that history will be on my side.
Hello.
Ah, I suppose I have come to expect that. Never mind. Write what you wish. When the city falls and we have a capybara as mayor, remember that all of you thought we were loonies. Oh, please do. Have a lovely day now. And remember, God designed you perfectly just the way you are.
God, I hate you. Such a prick. Yeah, we're gonna be finishing up for today soon. My profile. Eek.
Oh, hey, it's you. Wow, long time.
Did I know you?
Who's this?
Hey, not too old now. Did you manage to keep that plan I got you alive? Oh, man. Rest in peace, Wilty. You probably overwatered it, didn't you?
Exactly it.
That's exactly right.
Figures. So, what's with the bot? Yours? Really? Huh. I didn't think you liked to bring work home, as it were. Anyway, it's great to see you. What brings you to that?
Yeah, the soundtrack's very, very cozy. For the most part, when, you know, people aren't getting murdered.
All right, now that's the kind of journalism I'm talking about.
Indeed, we're looking into some accusations made against Charlie Nova. And we're actually trying to build up a solid case against him.
No shit. I actually may have exactly what you need. Charlie comes here all the time. You know that show he's host of, Star in the Stratosphere? That show where normal people try to become actors and singers.
Yeah, the pixel art's pretty good. I did notice Charlie's hand in his portrait didn't look very good, but otherwise that's like the only thing I noticed that it didn't look great.
I made when he was here last month on his book tour.
Yeah, if you look at his hand there on the right, it doesn't look very good. But that's what happens when you get pixels very close like that. Like hands in particular are hard to do with pixels. Like his right one, or I guess that's his left one, looks fine, but his right hand looks not great. Otherwise, it's fine. The ring looks fine, it's just the hand.
But the kids I get on Star in the Stratosphere, which I host each and every week, as you all know, they're all so young and hungry.
Yeah, it is his hand. I noticed it before because of the way his spray was. So he holds his hands like, you know, here, like he's puffing his collar out.
I love them. I do my damnedest to make sure they get what they want. They give me their best, so I'm gonna give them mine.
It's not much. But it
We'll
might
see,
help
Turtle, we'll
with the
see.
case if you chop it up right. Just keep my name off it. I post hiking pictures, not scandals. Well, if nothing else, the threat of this dropping on the mess should get them talking. Here, I just made a copy for you. Anyway, I'd love to catch up soon. For now, I'll let you keep at it. You can usually find me here if you want to chat again.
Say, why did you tell Keith that I belong to you?
It is more convenient, but...
I'll thank you to remember that I am not the same as any ordinary ROM that exists to be subservient.
Oh, calm down.
I don't like being forced to assert my independence as a unique individual, but I really thought you were above this.
Oh, come on.
Anyway,
Can't win.
this is pretty innocuous. We are going to need more evidence if we're to fabricate a believable story that will convince Mr. Nova it's in his best interest to help us.
Alright, we're gonna talk to Ramona, and that's where we're gonna stop.
If it isn't the luckiest jerk I've ever seen in my life. I had to schedule a specialist to come fix my ROM, and you better hope they can. Oh well, all's well that ends well. I underestimated how much people would appreciate an early Christmas. Anyway, what can I do for you? Sure, I still have a little bit before closing, and I can use some conversation to distract me from the anticipation of the VR drama I have waiting for me when I get off. What do you want to know? Charlie is a complete trip. We met when he was just starting out doing adverts. He still drops in every once in a while to hang out. I love the guy. He's super funny, always has the best stories, and his hair is perfect. And he parties harder than anyone I know. A couple weeks ago, he invited me to this raid at some hole that's probably already shut down, and he got so amped up on Crash that he jumped up on the table and hosted an impromptu dirty dancing contest. I swear, if he was in Charlie Nova, we would have gotten chucked out on our asses, but it was a lot of fun. If you want to meet him, just hang around here long enough. He loves mingling with his fans. Not that it helps his ego any. You don't have internal hookups, do you? The older sets are all helmets that use electromagnetic waves to stimulate the
Oh, no, I didn't know. Turing's having kind of like a personality. Before they were like, I'm Hayden's. Now they're their own person. I wasn't ready.
Pretty crude though, which is why EM hats give you that dreamlike experience. It doesn't quite feel real. The Direct Link network has way higher fidelity. It's like actually being there. And since the Direct Link can interrupt your primary motor cortex, you don't have to take muscle relaxers to keep from flailing around. But some people are still scared off by it. Sure. Sure. Just let me know if you need anything. I'm always happy to help.
Alright. We're gonna stop here. So, YouTube, we will see you guys later. Have a good day.